Good morning, students. Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to study a new chapter in SPL. SPL is also called as civics, social political life. So today we are going to study about the surroundings, our societies, about the government system. Okay. So the first chapter which we are going to study in SPL is equality in Indian democracy. Students, you might have heard this word democracy. Okay, so what is democracy? Democracy means it's rule of the people. Our great legend Abraham Lincoln has defined democracy as of the people, for the people and by the people. Means democracy means it's completely ruled by the people. So equality in Indian democracy, that we are going to study in this chapter. The word democracy is derived from the Greek word demos and krata, which means rule of the people. So when we join the word democracy, it means rule of the people. Democracy is system of government where people have choice to choose their representatives. For this, I'll give the example of our own country. And we people choose and voted for our Prime Minister, Honorable Mr. Narendra Modi. We people elected him. So that is democracy. We people have the right to choose a leader. We vote for him and he works for us. So that is democracy. Now, how did this democracy originate? From where it started, how it came to India, that we'll be studying. Democracy existed in ancient Greek states. They believed that all males should take part in the process of decision making. So this democracy first started in Greek, where the people of Greek believed that only males should take the part in the decision making. Slaves and women had no such right. However, this was possible because Greek city-states were small. Small population, small country. So it was possible that only the males would participate in decision. No women, no elderly people or slaves were allowed to participate in decision making. In modern era, democracy originated in Europe and later in modern time, democracy was originated in European countries. The Glorious Revolution of 1688 and the Bill of Rights that limited the powers of king. Americans' War of Independence, that is 1775 to 83. French Revolution, 5th May 1789 to 9 November 1799, which popularized the ideas of liberty, equality and fraternity. So, in Europe, the Glorious Revolution took place, by which people were aware and came for the democracy. Same way, American War of Independence, there also people fought for the democracy. And French Revolution also popularized this idea of liberty, equality and fraternity, so that people could be granted equality in all spheres of their life. So this is how the democracy originated in different parts of the world. People fought for this. It's not that they got in easy terms. No. They waged a long battle to get the equality. Clear, students? The above events make a significant impact in other parts of the world. When democracy expanded from Europe to other parts of Asia and Africa, it means that These three events, which three events? The Glorious Revolution, the American War of Independence, French Revolution, gave a lesson or had a big effect on other parts of the world. When democracy expanded from Europe to when democracy started expanding from Europe to other parts of the Asia, means it started going through different parts of the world. Students, now initially only the rich and privileged people were allowed to vote, as we saw that only in Greek state only males were allowed to participate. Same way it was throughout the Europe, France, America, that learned people or rich people were allowed to vote. It was a long struggle for the poor and the women to get the right to vote. Democracy focused on two features. People had right to choose their representatives. Curbs were placed on the power of rulers through periodic elections. Curbs means a significant limit was being focused on the powers of rulers, means the person who is ruling was placed with some limitations with the elections, because for 5 years we vote for 5 years. Once a representative is elected, he remains on his post for 5 years. So in 5 years he will not do anything, because he knows that after 5 years, if I'll be not ruling properly, then I'll be removed from my post. So elections were the limitations on the ruling powers. By these, they could not do any misbehavior or misconduct during their powers when they are on the administrative side. So this was, students, about the democracy, how it came. So what are the two things that democracies featured? It is people had the right to choose their representatives, and power was limited on the rulers through periodic elections. Now, students will move to different topic of this chapter, that is different forms of government. There are various forms of government which exists in the world today, and some of these include in this form of first is dictatorial form of government. Yes, in dictatorial form of government, power is concentrated in one person or a group of persons. The citizens have no role in governance. The dictator imposes his wish on the people. Such type of government existed in Iraq under the Saddam Hussein president from 1979 to 2003. Yes. So students, you might have heard the word dictatorship. Dictatorship means like Hitler. Example can be taken of Hitler. You might have heard the name of Hitler. It means that one person imposes and there is no role of people. There is no choice of people. They have nothing to say in the government system. Only whatever the king, the ruler wishes, that can be done. If he wants to remove people from the country, he can remove. If he wants to give them any kind of punishment, he can give. There is no say. People have no right to go against him. That is called as a dictatorship. And such type of government was there in Iraq, and the leader was Saddam Hussein. Now, next form of government is monarchical form of government. In this form of government, the power is concentrated in king or monarch. And again, the monarch is of two types, that is constitutional monarchy and absolute monarchy. In the constitutional monarchy, the power is controlled by the parliament and king is only nominal head. Clear? So in constitutional, the king is the nominal head. All the powers lies in his hands. and such type of government is there in Japan, Great Britain. Now next type of monarchy is absolute monarchy. In this, the king is in the complete control over the life of his people. Like countries like Saudi Arabia, Jordan have absolute monarchy. So here the king is the absolute head, means whatever he said, that is final. No one can change his statement. So such type of government is there in Saudi Arabia, Jordan, absolute monarchy. Clear, students? Now the next topic is parliamentary form of government. In the parliamentary form of government, the executive is part of the legislature and responsible to it. And if the prime minister loses his or her majority, the government has to resign. Okay, so in parliamentary form of government, the executive means who forms that rules are followed or not, is the part of legislature and responsible to it. Legislature means who makes the law. So students, in grade 6 you might have studied about the executive, legislature and judiciary. So in parliamentary form of government, the executive is part of the legislature, means legislature is the who makes the law and executive is the who implements the law. So both are interrelated, and such type of government we have in our country, India. And if prime minister loses his majority, then the government has to resign. Means, for example, I can take the example of our honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Means if he is not getting the majority, so he has to resign. Means if he has got the BJP only in out of 540 seats, he has got only 200 seats, then he needs to resign from his post. India is an example of such parliamentary form of government. Clear, students? So today we will be studying up till here only. In next class we will go further.